Bill Bailey's year-long mission to win over wife Kristen, it wasn't easy, and we're not just talking about the dancing. Bill Bailey, who charmed the nation on Strictly Come Dancing in 2020, and yes, we're still a little bitter that he made the rest of us look like we're auditioning for a clumsy giraffe role, has revealed that his most challenging task wasn't mastering the Viennese waltz. Nope. It was something much trickier, winning over his now wife, Kristen Bailey. Bill and Kristen have been married for 22 years, which, frankly, is an achievement worthy of a Strictly trophy in itself, but their love story didn't exactly start with fireworks and a dramatic romantic soundtrack. In fact, when they first met, Kristen wasn't exactly blown away by Bill's charms. Imagine Bill Bailey, yes, the lovable, goofy guy, doing his best to woo a Scottish bar owner. Not exactly a smooth beginning, right? Bill recalls, "I fell for her the moment I saw her, but she wasn't as convinced. I mean, I didn't even have a computer at the time. How could I email her?" The struggle was real, and the struggle didn't end with Bill trying to figure out the complexities of 1990s technology. In an effort to win her over, Bill went full romantic, buying Kristen flowers, which is charming enough, and then taking it to the next level by writing her a heartfelt letter every single day for an entire year. Yes, you read that right. A year. That's 365 love letters. If that doesn't sound like a loyalty test of Olympic proportions, we don't know what does. In an interview with The Guardian, Bill admitted, "It was very old-fashioned. I didn't have email, and calling her was like dialing into the moon. But I was determined. Flowers are nice, but they only go so far. The real work was in those letters." Kristen, presumably trying to figure out if Bill was actually a secret poet or just really persistent, eventually gave in. After a year of daily missives, the couple became official, and it wasn't long before Bill's romantic streak got even more adventurous. Fast forward 10 years, and after a spontaneous trip across Asia, where presumably Bill wrote more letters, but this time on vacation stationery, they found themselves in Banda, a remote paradise with a volcano, a fort, and a tiny town, and decided, yeah, let's just get married right here. No huge ceremony, no elaborate plans, just Bill, Kristen, a smoking volcano, and probably a very confused local registrar. But hey, who can blame them? If you're in a place with a lagoon and a volcano, marriage is probably the last thing on your mind, but also definitely the first thing on your mind. As for their son, Dax, who arrived in 2003, Bill was keen to clear up the misconception that his son was named after a Star Trek character. No offense, Deep Space Nine fans, contrary to popular belief, Dax is not named after a Star Trek character, Bill explained. The name came from a friend of ours who married an Indonesian man. They had a son named Dax, and we just thought it was cool. At the time, I had lost track of all the Star Trek spin-offs. Dax in space? Who knew? Finally, when it comes to fatherhood, Bill's approach is pretty relaxed. Maybe I should be stricter, but that's just not my vibe, he said. I'm more hands-on with activities. We cycle, we paintball, we pitch tents together. Honestly, seeing how he's turned out is my greatest achievement. So, there you have it. Bill Bailey's love life is as charmingly eccentric as his dancing, and his approach to parenting is just as relaxed. But if we've learned anything from Bill's story, it's this: if at first, you don't succeed in winning someone's heart, just write them a daily love letter for an entire year, and then casually get married next to a volcano. Problem solved.